Mickey D on the beat.
Hey guys, good evening and welcome to another episode of the MMA Breakdowns channel. I'm your host and fearless leader, Mr. JJM himself. What I'll be doing this evening is basically a recap of the UFC Fight Night card that just wrapped up. Dolidze versus Imavov. We're going to talk about each of the matchups and some of the key takeaways and the negatives. And of course, if you haven't, please subscribe, like, and share, and click the notification bell to see every time I post new videos and content. And also, quick disclaimer, all content posted on this channel is for strict entertainment and should not be viewed or used as betting advice or financial advice. So please bet responsibly. And I would like to give a quick shout out to all of my subscribers and channel supporters. And thank you guys so much. Please continue to like and subscribe, share the video, hit the post notification like I mentioned earlier. And let's get into this card. Pretty lackluster and underwhelming, I must add. The first night in the card, or the first fight in the card rather, featured Jamal Pogues and Thomas Peterson. I picked Thomas Peterson to win, and Jamal Pogues just outclassed him. That's all I could say. Thomas Peterson had nothing for Pogues on the feet. All he was doing is spamming takedowns, and that did not work. He was able to get him down, I believe, 1 out of like 8 takedown attempts, and it was all around terrible. Jamal Pogues pretty much outboxed him over 15 minutes and took the unanimous decision. So all in all, big W there for my guy Jamal Pogues. What can I say? These things happen in MMA, right? But big W for Pogues. The next fight on the card was Markel Medeiros versus Landon Quinones. This fight, I was hyping it up as the fight of the night. Turned out to be just a boring snooze sparring fest, whereas no one knew who was winning. They just went tit for tat very boringly. The exchanges were dull. The grappling was not even mediocre. I mean, even amateurs look better than this. And by the end of it, everyone was asleep and just regretting watching this fight. Although, when all was said and done, Medeiros got the unanimous decision and got the nod from the judges. You know, it's a win on my record, but not one I'm proud of. But hey, it's MMA. Next fight in the card, we had Luana Carolina versus Julia Stoliarenko. I picked Stoliarenko to win by sub, and boy, was this fight crazy. Much more entertaining than the last fight, and that's surprising coming out of my mouth, being that this was a woman's fight. Stoliarenko took it to Carolina. Many thought she was losing the fight, and in the third round, with an abysmal 8 seconds left, Stoliarenko had a triangle in, and Carolina turned it into the crucifix position and ground and pounder for the TKO win. It was very, it was a good comeback, I must say. Not the greatest, but very good. So big W there for Luana Carolina. Next fight on the card, we had Jing Young Lee versus Blake Builder. I couldn't have predicted it any better. Jing Young Lee stayed on the outside, kickboxed him from range, stuffed the takedowns, and really put it on Blake Builder, and cruised his way to a unanimous decision over 15 minutes. Man, it was impressive. I called it. I did say decision for Lee over on the judges' scorecard. And I'm really excited to see what the UFC offers him next, or which fight they offer him next. But he's a good contender to keep an eye on, and we'll see how things progress from there. Next fight in the card, we had Temba Garimbo versus Pete Rodriguez. Temba Garimbo won, which I predicted, but he didn't do it the way I thought he would. He knocked out Pete Rodriguez in 32 seconds. Everyone's jaw was on the floor. Now, I've been saying it all week, and everyone thought I was crazy. I said, listen, Temba Garimbo is no slouch on the feet, and yeah, we know he brings this heavy grappling and wrestling style, but on the feet, he's well capable, and he proved that by smoking Pete Rodriguez. Knocked him out cold, man. It was just a brutal knockout. So big W to Temba Garimbo, my guy, and I really love that pick. Next fight in the card, it was Charles Johnson versus Azat Maxim. This is pretty much where the card went to shit for me, because Azat Maxim, I had him there for the win, and he disappointed. He disappointed me really, really bad, man. It was just terrible. Charles Johnson pressed him, put him against the cage basically, and just, he had his way with him striking. It was just terrible. But definitely good performance by Johnson. He's not going to be cut by the UFC anymore, but as I just looked terrible, man. I'm definitely going to not see him as a prospect at 125. Matter of fact, I think they should give him a step down in competition, and should they try to move him up again, he's going to lose to another higher tier talent if you're losing to Charles Johnson. So that was a bit of a fraud check there. But, it is what it is. It is MMA, and these things happen. Moving up to the next fight on the card, this one was my shocker of the night. It was Molly McCann versus Diana Belbita. And Molly McCann won by armbar. She broke Diana Belbita's arm clean. It was shocking because everyone thought she was going to get it done with the hands. Instead, she took a hand, you know, and impressive, man. What can I say? She pieced her up on the feet, looked good at 115, and with 1 second left on the clock, she broke the arm, got the submission victory. Very good by Molly McCann. I must give her her dues, and it was a great performance. Moving up the card, next fight in the card, we have Charles Radke versus Gilbert Urbina. Holy shit, was Mike Finch correct? Charles Radke knocked out Gilbert Urbina in 13 seconds, and it was nasty. Like, he knocked him out, like cold, like nobody's home cold. So it was terrible, very, very, very terrible. Radke got that dog in him, man. I'm really impressed. Not gonna lie, he really went out there and he starched Urbina. And those rumors are true about him roughing up a past champion in the gym. So that guy looking like a killer, and I'll keep my eyes on him at the 170 division. Let's run it up. Next fight on the card, we had Kizriev versus Muradov, and this just confirms of what a shitty card this was, because 11 seconds in, with pretty much the first shot Kizriev threw, he stuck his thumb in Muradov's eye. I know it was accidental, but it was bad. Like, everyone thinks Muradov might lose his eye, cause the thumb, man, when you looked at it on the replay, it looked nasty, man. His eyes was swollen and red. It looked like it popped out of the socket. And MMA is dangerous, people, but holy shit, when these things happen, it really reminds us how dangerous MMA is. And the fight was ruled a no contest due to accidental eye poke, and we didn't have a winner. So that's where we are with that. Running up the fight on the card, we had Natalia Silva versus Viviane Arugio. Natalia Silva won. Like I said, it's either she got submission or decision. She got a decision. Viviane Araujo showed great resilience, though. Um, Although I was not impressed by her strategy, she just tried to clinch and, keep it there. And it was like boring. And Natalia Silva was like, no, 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 let go of me. Pushed her off, pieced her up on the feet. It was nasty, man. Some good strikes, spinning body kicks, spinning kicks to the head, great 1-2s, great movement of the head. She showed boxing and striking IQ at the highest level. It was impressive, and she edged out the unanimous decision, winning all 3 rounds on the judges' scorecard. So, happy birthday to Natalia Silva, getting another big W and turning 27 today. And she is definitely now a future contender. And I think 1 or 2 more fights, and she's in the title picture. So we'll see how the UFC chooses to go with her, and we'll go from there. Moving up to the next fight on the card, it was Randy Brown versus Muslim Salikov. I picked Muslim Salikov to win because I really thought the leg kicks and his skill was gonna get him on the inside of Randy Brown and have him neutralize that reach and height advantage that Randy Brown had. But oh boy, was I wrong. I think everyone was wrong. Randy Brown KO'd him in the first round, 3 minutes and 17 seconds in. It was a straight right, like much like Urbina. The lights were on, but nobody was home. He was out cold, man. Knocked out. Cold, cold, cold. And yeah, it was impressive, man. So congrats to Randy Brown. Another victory, and this time a big W by knockout. So, congrats to him there. And then we came to the co-main event of the evening, Renato Moicano versus Drew Dober. This fight was pretty good. I mean, in all honesty, it's not winning the fight of the night, which everyone expected, because we thought it was gonna be a banger. But like I said, it was a theme with this card to just produce lackluster fights, and it wasn't on any part of Drew Dober, man. Drew Dober hurt Moicano and rocked him early in the first round. And guess what Moicano did? He grabbed on his leg, took him down, and humped him. Like I said, he was gonna hump him to a decision victory. And second round, Drew Dober hurt him again. Same thing. Third round, hurt him again. Same thing. So he practically avoided the bombs from Drew Dober, made it a boring ass fight, humped his leg for 15 minutes, and yeah, took the decision. I am glad because I did pick him to win, but at the same time, it was a lackluster fight, man. It was just terrible. And then we came to our main event of the evening, which is capped off a shitty card with a shitty main event. We had Nasruddin Imavov versus Roman Dolidze. I'm disappointed. I picked Roman Dolidze, but Dolidze is shit. Definitely not a contender. I think they're gonna keep giving him these new killer talents coming up at 185, and everyone is gonna just pound on him until someone chins him, and that will be the end of that. Nasruddin Imavov, I was disappointed that he didn't get the finish in the first round, cause he hurt Dolidze bad. Like, I think I blame Herb Dean for that, cause Dolidze was hurt, was on the ground, was being ground and pounded, was not he wasn't answering to any of the shots. I believe it was like 20 unanswered shots. Herb Dean didn't stop the fight, and the fight continued and gave us 4 more of the worst rounds ever. Every time Imavov was putting it on him, destroying him in the striking, man. Imavov is good. I really underestimated him, but he's good. I must give respect where it's due. And he was able to outwork and outstrike Dolidze, and all Dolidze was trying to do was hug up, as we say here in Guyanese, hug up your old man. I don't know if he swing that way, but he just tried to hug and cuddle, and Imavov just pushed him off and pieced him up, and it was just not a good look for Dolidze, man. And he took, and even onto the decision was bullshit. Um, Imavov definitely lost a point in the fourth round after he landed an illegal intentional head kick to Roman Dolidze when his hands was down on the ground. So they took a point for that. But still, even with that, that was a bullshit majority decision. I think it was unanimous still, even with the 9-9 round. And but all's well that ends well. Imavov ended up getting the victory. Like I said, overall ended 5 wins, 7 losses, and 1 draw. It's a start. At least I got wins. Could have been worse, but uh, I will continue to move forward, and it is what it is. There are gonna be bad days. There are gonna be good days. So looking forward to next week. Um, of course, tomorrow I will be dropping the official picks for next week Fight Night card. That will be main evented by Jack Hermanson versus Joe Pfeiffer. I'm really excited about that, man. It's gonna be a crazy card. Of course, guys, like I mentioned, if you enjoy my videos, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit the post notification to ensure that you get all of my future videos. And if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. I need that. Your boy needs that. So, with that being said, it's time for me to get up out of here. And you guys do enjoy the rest of your evening. And your boy got to bounce. Stay safe. Peace.